Hey guys, Whitney here from Heartland CPR, hanging out in Devin's test kitchen. We get a lot of the same questions over and over again in our first aid class about what to do, what not to do when it comes to wearing gloves, using a first aid kit, using an EpiPen, what to do when somebody's burned. So today, we're gonna kind of go through all that and just talk about it, okay? So the first thing I wanna talk about is the first aid kit. A lot of times when you ask people, do you have a first aid kit? They're like, well, yeah. And the next question is, well, do you know what's in it? And they're like, no. So you don't wanna be, no, in the middle of an emergency. So what you should do is open up your first aid kit and actually see what's available to you. So we're gonna open up this one today just to see what's in it. And it's got some emergency phone number stuff, some first aid step-by-step guides. We've got Band-Aids. We've got little medications in case anybody needed medicine. We've got gloves, tweezers. I mean, I feel like we could do some really awesome stuff right now. I feel like I'm playing Operation, okay? But just kind of go through your first aid kit and see what's in there. Oh, this is my favorite thing. My first aid kit has a light stick in it. I mean, if it was dark and I needed to like round somebody up, I've got a light stick to do that. So just figure out where everything is, because you don't want to be in the middle of an emergency and open up this thing. You're like, oh my God, I don't know where anything is. Where's the Band-Aids? And you're throwing stuff everywhere. That does nothing for anybody. So just take a look. Oh, it's even got an ice pack, some splinting stuff. So we're totally prepared with this first aid kit. Right here, we can write some emergency phone numbers down. All right, so I'm gonna shut that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the proper way to put on gloves and take off gloves. And I always say, like, if you're gonna be dealing with other people's like blood, goo, secretions and stuff, if it's not yours, don't touch it, right? Because that's totally disgusting. So as I get my gloves on here, so my gloves fit properly, I've got them on. Now I am ready to deal with other people's blood, goo, secretions, and things like that. But you know what, when we put our gloves on, we kind of get a false sense of security that, oh, everything's good. You know, then all of a sudden we're opening up the first aid kit and we're pulling out stuff and I'm about to put some Band-Aids on some people and start my flare. I just threw something, but we're ready. And then I'm like, oh no, I forgot to call 911. And then I get my phone out and I'm on the phone with 911. Well, guess what I have just done? I have contaminated everything I've touched, all right? So let's talk about how to take these gloves off and then the proper way to wash our hands, all right? So when you take your gloves off, because obviously they have some ick and goo on the outside, just kind of pull it apart so it goes into itself, and then take 2 fingers and slip them right underneath this side, and ta-da! There you go. It's all put together in one little thing, and then you can throw them away like that. Now, if they were bloody or something like that, you want to put them in like a Ziploc bag or seal it up in another little tiny trash bag before you just throw it in the trash, okay? Once you take your gloves off, the next thing you need to do is wash your hands, all right? So when we wash our hands, run the water. I guess I could have done with soap over there and really washed them, but we'll show you how to wash your hands in just a minute, okay? As you see, I've got on gloves here, and so a lot of times when we're helping people and we have on gloves, we get this false sense of security that, oh, we're so safe. So I'm gonna take my gloves off properly because we'll pretend I've been dealing with somebody's blood, ick, or goo. So my gloves are off and they're all disposed into themselves. When we wash our hands, we need to be washing our hands for at least 20 seconds. It's not like I'm gonna get out a little timer and be like, timer, go 20 seconds, but we can sing a little song to ourselves. I personally like Happy Birthday. Sing it to yourself twice. That's about 20 seconds. Why do I like Happy Birthday? Because who doesn't love a good party? So we're gonna turn the water on, wet our hands, get some soap here, and then I know that was like a fabulous song, and so if any of you want me to do your party, you can book me through heartlandcpr.com. All right, so once you get your hands nice and washed, then you dry them, and try not to wet all the paper towel, and then dry your hands just like that. If you don't have access to soap and water, you can always use hand sanitizer. But the thing with hand sanitizers, people put a big glob on, and then their hands are wet, and then what do? Wipe it on themselves. Now we just dirtied up our hands again. So tiny amount, air dry, and good to go. Another thing we get questions about is how to use someone's EpiPen, okay? So a lot of people have severe allergies to different things, and so A lot of people carry these EpiPens. They are really easy to use. Okay, first off, you need to make sure it really is that person's EpiPen before you use it. Look at the instructions. They're right there on the side of it. You've got a blue cap and an orange bottom, all right? So remember, orange to the thigh, blue to the sky. Because if you do it this way, you're getting the medicine, not the person that needs it, all right? So the orange cap comes off. I know that you really can't see my thigh very good, so I'm going to try and lift it up here. Orange to the thigh, push down, hold in place for about 10 seconds. And then rub, 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 okay? And then you hang on to this and you go ahead and call 911 if you haven't already done so, and you can give this to the emergency providers when they arrive, all right? The other thing that we get lots of questions about, I mean, it's summer, so we just had 4th of July. We love the fireworks and we have a grand old time, but burns, what do I do with the burn? So if you're anything like me, my grandma used to always be like, put some butter on it, put some mustard on it. Well, let me just tell y'all, that is not what we do for burns, okay? And so while we're talking about it, just to make this video more interesting, I'm gonna scoop a little Dijon mustard out here. So, ouch, I've got a burn on me, and what would I do? My grandma would say, just put some mustard on it. That's gonna help it. Well, you know what? The mustard is not gonna help it. It's probably gonna make it hurt worse. And now we've like introduced some stuff to an open wound. So the best thing to do for a burn is to rinse it with lukewarm water, keep it dry, keep it clean, and if you just absolutely have to put something on it, revert back to your first aid kit. They usually have burn cream, or you can buy over-the-counter burn cream to protect it. Okay, we hope you've enjoyed this video. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. Check out our website, heartlandcpr.com. We really look forward to seeing you guys in one of our classes.